This controlling is going to build a gap between the standard performance and actual performance. Direct supervision of objectives. This controlling is going to supervise objectives of organization directly. It keep on changing as per a generation, as per a trend, as per a need, want of a customer or a consumer. Belongingness is created in the minds of the employees, which motivates them to work effectively and efficiently for the accomplishment of objectives. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I am Mr. Hemant Kumar from the Department of Commerce and Management, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, MYSURU, the Temple of Excellence. In today's session, we are going with subject Principles and Practice of Management of Unit 5, that is Coordination and Controlling. That is for first semester BBA students. This is agenda of today's session. We are going with concept of process of coordination, meaning of controlling, process of control, techniques of control, and features of coordination and types of control. These are all the topics that we are going to cover in today's session. Process of coordination. This process of coordination is similar to function of management, right? So as we know, functions of management start from planning, organizing, directing, staffing, controlling, right? So it is going to work in a same way, process, right? So first one, it is going to work through planning. So again, planning, deciding in advance, future course of action, right? So whatever the things that they are supposed to do tomorrow, that we are going to decide today itself. Through organizing. So it is a way how organization bring all resources together and channelize towards success of organization. Organizing. Through staffing, fixing a right person for a right job at a right time. Staffing, fixing a right person for a right job at a right time. That is staffing. Through directing. So it is a way how it give a direction, a particular clear path about the thing that must be performed by individuals. Controlling. This controlling build a gap between standard performance and actual performance. And again, through a process of communication. So without communication, no kind of activity can happen in organization. Whatever the things that is going to happen in organization, that is through communication. There must be a clear and a proper accurate communication between all the department, between all the individual, between all the functional areas of management, right? So there must be a proper, appropriate, clear and cut communication skills. Meaning of controlling. So what is this controlling is about? As I said, this controlling is going to build a gap between the standard performance and actual performance. Say for an example, it is a capacity of a company to manufacture 500 units a day, right? So a company have a capacity to manufacture 500 units a day. This is a standard performance. But what is actual performance? What actually the production unit it is going to manufacture per day? It is around 400 units, right? So it is going to actually produce 400 units a day. So what is the gap between 400 units and 500 units? That is 100 units. Right? So it is going to show a gap between the standard performance and actual performance, right? So that is controlling. By controlling all the activities, by controlling people, by controlling resources, we can reach out the actual performance of organization, right? By controlling all the resources, we can reach out standard performance of organization. Controlling is one of the important functions of manager. So, as I said, it is one of the function of management and also it is a function of a manager. In order to seek planned result. So, what it is going to seek? It is going to seek a planned result. As I said, whatever the things that is going to happen in organization, it must depend on plan. How we are supposed to plan, the result will be in a same way. What we plan, that we get, right? So, whatever the things that is going to happen, it should be planned. That is planned results from subordinates. So who are going to accomplish objective? Subordinates or individuals of organization. A manager need to exercise effective control over the activities of the subordinates. So what a manager has to do, he has to exercise over all the activities of his subordinates. Because meaning of management, it is going to say that management is the art of getting things done through efforts of others effectively and efficiently. And also a manager, he is the one who is going to get the things done through efforts of others, right? So he is a one person who is going to motivate people for the reason the get things done through efforts of others, because he want the things to be done with the efforts of others. That is a manager. In other words, a meaning of controlling function can be defined as ensuring that activities in an organization are performed as per plans. So it is a way how we are going to ensure whether the things that is going to happen, is it as per plan or it is not as per plan. Say for an example, we had planned to manufacture 500 units in organization, right? We plan for manufacturing 500 units in organization, but the thing that had happened, that is, we had manufactured only 400 units a day. So that is our standard performance is, that is 500 units. That is, we had planned to manufacture 500 units, but what we had actually manufactured, that is actual performance, that is 400 units. There is a gap between actual performance and standard performance, that is 100 unit of commodities, right? Controlling also ensure that an organization resources are being used effectively and efficiently. So it is going to ensure to the organization or a functional areas of organization, telling that all the resources must be utilized effectively and efficiently. It is one of the obligation of a management or an organization. The better utilization of resource lead for the success of organization, right? So it must do better utilization of resource for the success accomplishment of the organizational goals, for the achievement of predetermined goals, as I said. So it is going to minimize the cost of production, it is going to minimize the cost and maximize profit, maximize production by utilizing all resources of organization, whether it is a human resource, whether it is a non-human or financial resource of organization. Process of control. So this process of control consists of 4 steps. Among them, first one, establish the standards. So here in the first step, we are going to establish a standard in a planning process. Like whatever the things that we are supposed to do in future, that we are going to plan in advance. Say for an example, it is the obligation of our organization to sell 5,000 units of goods a day. Right? So it is an obligation of our organization to sell 5,000 units of commodities a day. So that we call it as a standard performance, right? Standard performance, that is 5,000 units a day. This standard performance is a performance which we expect to reach out in future, that is deciding in advance, that is standard performance. And again, measure actual performance, right? It is a second step. Standard performance, our goal is to manufacture 5,000. Standard performance, our goal is to sell 5,000 units a day, that is a standard performance, but our actual performance is we are selling 3,500 units a day, right? So this is our actual performance, right? So standard performance 5,000 units we are supposed to reach, but per today we had reached around 3,500 units that we are going to sell today. So there is a difference between actual performance and standard performance, that is 1,500 units. So there is a difference. It is going to build a gap between standard performance and actual performance, that is 1,500 units. Compare performance with standards. So here I am going to compare the performance of my organization, performance of my business, that is 3,500 unit, with standard performance, that is 5,000 unit. So here it is a result, that is 1500 units. The difference between actual performance and standard performance, it is 1500. Next step, take corrective actions and reformulate of success. So how I can take a correct action to reach out a goal? That is, success means if I reach 5000 units, that is success of my business. Means which are all the strategies, which are all the techniques, which are all the methodology can I use to sell 5000 units a day, right? So right now I am selling 3500 units. By adopting fourth step, that is take corrective action and reinforcement of success. Right? So it is going to enforce to the success. To reach out success, what I am supposed to do? I have to increase 1500 unit, right? So it is going to reach 5000 units. To reach 5000 units, which are all the things I am supposed to do in future, that I am supposed to plan, right? So that is nothing but process of control. Simple way, process of control, how it is going to happen. So here, first thing that we are going to consider in a process of control is a standard performance. What actually I have to perform, right? That is standard performance. So I have to sell 5000 units a day. That is the ultimate goal of my organization that I had planned by comparing other organization, by looking towards other organization, right? So, but what is actual performance? So what quantity that actually I am going to sell a day? That is 3500 units a day. So what I am supposed to do? I compared this actual performance with standard performance. I got a difference of 1500 units. So here my goal or my objective is to reach 5000 units. Means I have to sell 3500 units plus 1500. That is 5000 unit. Means I should make a plan, organize, direct, control and coordinate to reach out 5000 unit by adding 1500 unit extra. Means to sell this 1500 units, which are all the things that I am going with, right? So it is going to say techniques of controlling. So there are a number of techniques for the control process. First one, direct supervision and observation. So this is one of the oldest technique of controlling process where an employee brought under a supervisor to work in. It is one of the oldest technique of a controlling process where an employee brought under a supervisor to work with, right? So a supervisor, he is the one who is there to control employee. Say for an example, there are a number of 10 employees that they are going to work in a team. So there is a supervisor who is going to monitor their activities. Means he is a leader who is going to instruct them. He is the one who is going to work for the things that is done through efforts of them, right? So he is the one who is going to look after them, right? So what he is going to do? He is going to supervise them. He is going to supervise activities, not only supervising the activity, but also he is going to oversee about them whether they are going to perform effectively and efficiently. It is a duty of a supervisor, not only supervising, not only instruction, not only giving direction, not only teaching them, not only with working with them, but also he must monitor each and every activity. He must keep observing them. He must keep monitoring them so that they are going to give the best performance for the accomplishment of organizational objectives. Hence, this is one of the oldest technique that was used in organization. Financial statements, right? So, by looking towards financial statement, we have a clear picture about a sales that is made by our organization, profit that is made by our organization, and our organization overall turnover per annum, right? So, it leads for the controlling process. So, how there are three kinds of financial statement. So, profit and loss account, cash flow statement and balance sheet, right? So, here by monitoring the financial statement, we come to know where we are and where we have to go, right? So, it is going to build a gap. Budgetary control. So, what is this budget? So, this budget is deciding in advance a future course of expenses that is bared by organization. Means, before going with any kind of a project, it is an obligation to prepare a budget. Means which are all the expenses that we are supposed to bear in future to accomplish that particular task or a particular project, right? So it is a budget. By budget control, we can technique of controlling. By controlling a budget means there is a budget that is prepared by organization in the respective of all the departments, whether it is human resource department, production department, sales departments, marketing department. There is a specified fund that is given for this particular department for their activities, right? So that they are going to prepare a budget based on their capacity, based on their activities, functional areas, and also their functions. And also this budgeting is a planning and controlling device. Like it used to plan a future course of expense and also control a budget. Means it is going to show how can we control a budget. It deals with income, expenditure, capital and revenue. Break-even analysis. What is this break-even analysis? Break-even analysis is a analysis or a point of no profit, no loss. How it is going to happen? So, say for an example, organization, it is going to sell 50 cars a day. So, it is going to sell 50 cars a day. If our organization sell 50 cars a day, there is no profit for the organization and there is no loss to the organization, right? So, if the organization sell 51 car or more than 50 cars, right? So, organization if sell more than 50 car, so it is a profit for the organization. If an organization sell less than 50 cars a day, that is it may be 49 cars, right? So if it sell 49 cars a day, it is a loss for the organization. This break-even point is nothing but there is a situation of the organization where there is no profit and no loss. That is break-even analysis. Return on investment. This return on investment, it is a basic thing each and every entrepreneur is going to expect. So it is a return for the investment that is made by an entrepreneur, right? So if he is going to invest something, in the same way he is going to expect something, right? So it is like give and take. If he give investment, he is going to take benefit, that is profit. Management by objectives. As we had studied in the previous session, management by objectives and management by exception. These are the two things that is going to influence a process of coordination. Management by objectives and management by exception. These are the two topics that we had studied in a previous session, and also it is going to help for the techniques of controlling. Management audit. What is this management audit is about? This management audit is a evaluation of management by whole. Means it is going to evaluate a performance of a management, functions of management, activities of a management, whether it is going to perform effectively and efficiently. So it is going to audit all the functions of management, whether it is a planning, organizing, directing, staffing and controlling, to know how an organization it is going to function. This management audit is required. Management information system, that is MIS. In order to manage all the activities of organization, all functional areas of organization, all functions of management, and also all employees, all resource, human and non-human resource, in order to control management properly, management need accurate information, right? Management need internal working of organization and also external working of organization. Here, this management information system, it is going to provide information regarding internal business environment and also external business environment, right? So it is going to give a clear picture regarding performance of organization and also regarding development areas of organization. How an organization can increase its efficiency, how an organization can give better performance. It is going to influence organization. Hence, we can say that these are the techniques of controlling. Moving forward, features of controlling. Achieving organizational objectives. So, it is one of a feature of controlling. So, to achieve organizational objectives. So, it is the intention of all the functions of management, whether it is a planning, organizing, directing, staffing and controlling. So, to achieve organizational objective. Why we plan? To achieve organizational objective. Why we organize, direct, staff and control? To achieve organizational objectives. Coping with changes means a business environment, it is dynamic in nature, it's not static. It keep on changing as per a generation, as per a trend, as per a need, want of a customer or a consumer, right? This activity or a function of management we can find in a management, right? In a business environment that is changing. A business environment keep on changing, all the functions of management keep on changing. So coping with changes means it keep to update from one generation to other generation as per the generation, as per the trend. Efficient utilization of resource. So here we know that there are two resources in organization, human and financial resource. So this controlling lead to utilize all resources, whether it is a human or non-human resource, which they are going to utilize in a better way for the accomplishment of organizational goals. Determining the accuracy of standards. So reaching goal is not important. Reaching goal effectively and efficiently is much important, right? So it is going to build a accuracy in the workforce. It is going to build a accuracy in a work, in a project or in a task. Helps in decision making. So it is going to help in a planning process to make certain decision, deciding in advance future course of action, right? So it is going to benefit the organization to make a sudden decision or a crucial decision. Motivate employees. It is a point of motivation where a belongingness is created in the minds of the employees, which motivates them to work effectively and efficiently for the accomplishment of objectives. Also, it is going to maintain disciplines and order, right? So there is a order where the function have to be happen in organization. So planning, organizing, directing, staffing and controlling, there is a order or a system that it is going to follow. It is going to build a coordination among all the department. It is going to build a coordination among all the functional areas of management, build a coordination among all the departments of organization, all the functions of management, right? That is coordination. And also it is going to improve coordination. It keep on updating from time to time, generation to generation. Types of control. So there are 4 types of control: direct control, indirect control, physical control and financial control. These are the 4 kinds of control that we can see in the process of controlling. What is this direct control is about? These are the areas like cost control, quality control and budgetary control that we can control directly, right? So cost control, quality control and budgetary control, which is in our hand. This indirect control, which is not in our hand. It is a way we are going to devising the control system. A controlling unit is managed automatically, right? Physical control. Physical control is a control over a quality and quantity of a work or a product. The output of organization may be planned a day or a month in terms of physical controlling. Say for an example, there is a standard performance, means an organization, it must manufacture 5,000 units a day, right? There is a goal of reaching a particular quantity of goods or a commodity. So financial control. So it is a control in terms of a finance. Like financial control is like controlling a finance. It may be the cost per unit, it may be a over cash flow, it may be budgeting, right? So it is one of the control. Physical control and financial control. Physical control is about controlling the product, outflow of the product and minimum unit that must be sold, minimum unit that must be manufactured in organization, that is physical control. Financial control is control of money, cost per unit, sales that is going to happen, expenses that is borne by organization, that is financial control. Hence, these are the 4 types of control we can see under the process of controlling. As of now, we had covered all the topics that is as per University of Mysore syllabus of the subject principles and practice of management, that is for first semester BBA students, right? So get prepared for all the topics that is as per the syllabus, and in the same way the things that I had covered is much than enough to score out in your final exam, right? So go through all the videos which is going to benefit for your final exam, and in the same way prepare well, do good, all the best for your final exam, dear students. Thank you.